Happy Monday morning.
Come on, there we go. Come on, there we go. Morning.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today?
Good, how are you?
Excellent, excellent. Ready for a good week? There's
So,
coffee going on every day. Have you noticed?
yes,
And we have to get our fair share, right? People are ready to go. They're ready to list. I mean, they might be like putting it off a little bit, saying, oh, I want to wait a little bit. I need to do something. Sign them up anyway. So, I think we really need to jump on that and try to get people, well, let's just sign it up now. There's no snow on the ground. Let's do your exterior photos. So think about that in your conversations with people. So, there's still a lot of expired, believe it or not, a ton of people who did not sell last year. It's not a bad idea to reach out to them. Who knows what's going to happen? I feel like we could hit a ton of inventory at once in April, and that will leave less money on the table for our sellers because the buyers will have much more to look at. So I don't know, that's what I want to start with. It's Monday morning. Let's go get our fair share of clients. So I think we should do another kind of like a back and forth script so that we really get used to feeling, what it feels like in the real world when people just say no and they hang up on you. And I want everybody to feel they have wins, but I also want everybody to feel like, what is reality when you are when you're making these calls. So one of the best lines I've heard recently is, have you given up on the thoughts of selling your home? That line there makes people crazy. I don't know who said it on, I don't know if it was a script practice or something that said, have you given up the thought of selling your home? It makes people crazy. They're like, no, I'm just not ready. So I want everybody to use that in your dialogue. I feel like that's a really great, hi, this is Lisa Axios from Keller Williams Realty. How are you today? I noticed that your house showed up as an expired listing on our multiple listing service. And I was wondering, have you given up the thoughts of selling your home? No, I still want to sell. Oh, that's great. So how about why don't we make an appointment? I'll come over. I'll spend about 30 minutes and show you what I do to get your home sold. You could do that script, boom, and make an appointment. You don't have to go through, oh, where are you going to? If you jump to a close, you don't have to ask all those other questions. So think about that, how quick you can get to the close, how quick you can get to that appointment.
I love that. My question always is, say you get the appointment, sometime I'd love you to show us what you do when you get there.
Okay. Well, we do have, there's like a listing plan of action. I know that's always kind of, I think it makes people hesitate from making the appointments because you're afraid of what you're going to do when you get there.
You tell them you're going to do all this stuff and then it's like,
Then how do you do it?
Yeah.
So if you write down what you think is the plan, I think one thing we all need to learn is people are selling their homes maybe once in their life, maybe twice in their life. I mean, average, I don't even know if average is 7, I think it was, but I think people stay in their homes longer than we think. So they've actually never done this, or they've done it so infrequently that they watch HGTV, which doesn't matter, but you have a plan of action. You have photography, you can have a staging consult, you can tell them about purchase and sale and offer and all of those things. And you can, I know that I need to upload a listing plan of action. I had it, I don't know where it went. I put it in my email, I just need to upload that.
Ignite. I think this one, Ignite, the guide to, in the chapter on selling.
Oh, okay, do you have one there?
I only have the first part of it. Oh, wait a minute, here it is.
So we know more than the average consumer. So don't get in your head about that. You know more and you have other people to ask. So you can go on an appointment. You can bring somebody with you that's done this. If you have a mentor, if you need me or Rick or anyone on my team to go with you to get that listing, secured. So It's important. I want you to feel like you have somebody to lean on. And, you can just say, hey, I love to bring a partner with me. It doesn't make you look worse. It makes you look great, right? There's somebody else who wants to open up the sphere of influence of the property that they're selling, oh, you know what, she's got a great sphere. Maybe there's somebody in her sphere. So I brought her along so that, we can both help you. I'm your main listing, I'm the listing agent, but here I just want to make sure we expose it to as many people as possible. And she might have a strategy I don't think of, whatever, people are excited when you lean on each other to help them, right? So
I'm sorry, I don't want to
what is
interrupt.
that?
14, it's a marketing your house. My 14-step marketing plan is designed for maximum exposure of your home in the shortest period of time. So,
Perfect.
yeah, when the seller, I think it's on page 51 in the Ignite book.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Jeanette. And that is, you can add to that, you can remove things from that if some of them seem like they're not what you're going to do. But hey, it's a good template.
Mhm.
So, and don't worry about having notes in front of you when you sit with a seller and you say, well, I've got questions. I sometimes write my script right on there and write my questions. They love that you're paying attention. If you go on an appointment and you don't take notes, they're not going to really feel so great about that. I mean, if I hire somebody on our team, if they're not taking notes, I'm like, what's going on? You want somebody to take notes. That's very, very important. So don't be afraid to ask questions. And if you don't know an answer to something, you're going to find out. So Teresa, I know you've listed some property. How did you figure out what to do before?
My first one was scary.
that
Asking
the
a lot of questions.
When I went there, was that the one in Abington that I
No, this one was in Walpole.
Okay.
Honestly, I did what you said. I reached out, to Bill, to you, to whoever Donna, everybody. I just wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing. So asked a lot of questions.
Good. And every single transaction is different. So,
Right.
You'll get your groove going, but without an appointment, we get nothing. So the most important thing we all have to do is get an appointment. That's it. I mean, most important. And how do you get that appointment? That's what I want to really help you guys do. I also want to help you, once you get that appointment, what do you do with that? What's your plan of action and how do you set that up? Having expectations is really important, making sure that they understand the pitfalls and issues that can happen so that they don't think the entire thing's going to be rosy. You don't want to be a downer, but you have to give them reality.
What are you doing for buyers now? If you have buyers where there's not a whole lot out there, are you still taking them out and showing them what's around, or?
I'm still taking them. I'll find, even if it's like 2 or 3, sometimes I send it to them and they say, I don't want to see it. I'm doing open houses as well. Yesterday, I actually door knocked. I did about 35 homes. I did 3 different neighborhoods. I ran out of flyers and it says, I made a piece of paper that says, I have buyers for your home. Deb and their name is Jim and Deb are looking for a home in your neighborhood up to 700,000. They're looking for blank, 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 like a garage, first floor bedroom is a plus, 2+ bathrooms, whatever. And I went to 3 different neighborhoods and I walked around and I had conversations with so many people. It was great. I stayed warm. I had a hat on, but I mean, and I said to everybody that I met, I'm just doing my due diligence. There's not a lot on the market. So I'm trying to help my client to find a home that maybe didn't hit the market yet. It says, are you looking to list in the spring? And people were like, well, that's cool. I said, yeah, this is what we do on my team. If we don't see it, we go find it. And they were like, that's great.
And what did you write on your flyers?
I think I have one. Hold on with it.
Sorry, I asked so many questions.
Yeah, keep it up. These are good questions.
Yeah.
These
Hey,
are good
Barry, how you doing?
Good. How are you, everybody?
questions.
Very green.
Yes, Janet, how are you?
Okay, I was going through my cards. I have like about 1 million of them. And I think I have 2 of your cards in here. I was like, I need to do something with this card.
So you start with 2 aces right off the bat. Excellent.
You are really good. Anyway, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to know you as well, Teresa.
Likewise, this is hard though, isn't it?
I find it to be more difficult than I thought it would be.
I mean, everybody I see says, "Oh, how many houses did you sell?" I'm like, really? It's not that easy.
Yeah.
They think you just go in and go, "Oh, look at this."
Right, yeah. They do.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm having that issue with the shortage of inventory. I have buyers and there's just nothing to show them.
Yeah.
So this is what I did. I don't know if you guys can see it. I took a piece of paper. I actually took it from Toolkit. I took something that was like a broker open or something like that. And it says, selling this spring, we may have your buyer. Jim and Deb are buyers desperately seeking a home to buy.
All right.
You know, with an open floor plan, a garage is a plus. And I made that, then I put my business card on the corner.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I put my business card before I put it on the printer. So it just had a little bit of color. So, because it's pretty boring looking. Offered it up to 700. Oh, I think I did 15 of those.
Good morning, everybody.
You'll see a whole bunch.
Oh,
I
okay.
must- Flexible closing date, 2+ bathrooms. They have A+ credit and purchase power. We'll handle all the details. So I took this and I just walked around with my hat and gloves and everything else and went searching for a house for my buyer. Now, probably 90% of the houses they would never buy. There's maybe just a few that I thought would be really great for them. But these people will be like, well, maybe she has other buyers. Maybe she'll list my house.
What about when you, I'm sorry, did you stick your card, like paste it there, or was it a cut and paste when you printed it?
With a piece, I'm so not techie. This is actually it. This is the
Yeah,
original.
that's what I wondered.
And I just put a piece of tape on it and put it on the computer, on the printer and just did that. And then I made like a bunch of them.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do any of those. You can go on Canva, you can do anything. I use Toolkit, but you can go anywhere and create something probably much more beautiful than that. You could maybe, but it's good. It has your picture if you use your card. That way they know it's you. It's branded to you and they have your information. So some people, I didn't see that. I didn't talk with them. I left it either in their door or I know illegally, you're not supposed to put it in the mailbox, but I did. So some people talk to me through the window. They didn't want to come out and talk to me, but they like pull up the window and they're like, hi,
Right.
good time. You never know what people are going to think. So
What
that's
is
being proactive.
What is Toolkit?
It's
Where
just
is that?
it's just another way, like a thing that you can create, like a listing or a buyer packet, or you can create flyers.
It's in Command.
No, it's on MLS on the side.
Oh,
And you can, how it says add or subtract, you can have like Cloud CMA and things
Right.
like that. Toolkit's over there
oh,
as well.
Does it cost extra or is it just
I
part of
think-
MLS?
I think I used to think it cost extra and I haven't really looked at my bill every month, so I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But you honestly can use anything to create this. You can use, anything really. I think Canva's free as well. So you can do that. And that's actually probably prettier. This is really basic.
do we have something on Command that could create that?
Sure. Yeah, there are flyers on Command. And I just go here because I use this a lot for my listings, when I make my presentations, because I'm lazy and haven't ventured out to do something else. But so we all know that we probably have buyers that are having a tough time. One of the things I have done recently is every time my client writes their first offer check, I try to get them to give me at least a $2,000 offer check or more, not a $1,000.
Okay.
So can you write your offer? We need a check for $2,000 or $5,000 with your offer. And they might be like, what? Well, do you want to stand out in the crowd? You're going to get it back if you're not even giving it to them, but it sometimes will be the big deal when you present that.
Right.
Like this person's serious. Everybody else put 1,000. This person put 4,000, 2,000, whatever. Putting down more than 5% with a purchase and sale. I mean, if they're serious about it, why maybe, and if they have the cash, maybe they put 10% down. And the one thing about any of those things is you have to make sure the other agent actually understands you did that, because they just look at the offer. Like, dear agent, I want to tell you a little bit about my offer. We've used a $2,000, our check is made out for $2,000. We're going to offer more. We're going to put down more than 5% as we're very serious. So we're going to put down 10% that your office can hold, anything that makes you differentiate, or we're going to put down $2,000 with the offer. We're going to credit your seller $1,000 at closing to help with moving costs. How would that be? You're basically,
You couldn't do that. Somebody.
you can do that. You can do a credit to a seller and they can use it however they want, but it depends on how it's used.
Because I had an offer. I was negotiating an offer at the time, and then somehow I got the message that I was kind of like black bribing. Because I don't know. It was weird.
That's what offers are. We are bribing that seller to take our offer. Heck, we write, personalized letters and,
It
has to be legal.
Right. No, I think this one was a special, like a Boston housing thing, and that's what it was. That's why.
Yeah,
But it's legal, but just in that context, affordable homes. We were trying to make out because everybody's offers was level. You know what I mean? You could only go up to a certain price. So I was trying to figure out a way to distinguish our offer. And I proposed that, and the listing agent was all excited about it. But then, my buyer eventually withdrew her offer anyway, but my discussion with her was that, she said, we can't do that because Boston Housing, the affordable housing.
Like the 40B.
Yeah, like the 40 property, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they can be a little stickier and have more regulations, but at least at an offer stage. And I had a client, everybody thinks everybody has to go over. There was a condo for $299. My client, then they had dropped it to $279. My client came in at $240. So we have $40,000 down, right? We ended up meeting in the middle, and we're at $260.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're at $260.
How did you distinguish that offer besides that it was lower than the others?
$2,000 $2,000 with the offer. I was super attentive and made the inspection as soon as I could, and it took a little haggling. Like Rick says, he would be just like, I don't even want to write this offer. This is 40,000 below. And I'm like, I just say, listen, Bill, the agent was Bill. I'm just the messenger. This is what my client is offering. I'm sure we can maybe work something out. Could you please present it? I'd appreciate if you present it, and maybe we can work it, we can stitch it together afterwards. Okay. So I don't mind. I don't mind offering low. I mean, sometimes it's going to make someone mad, but my client's not going to come up that much, but we ended up both coming up 20, down 20, and made it work. So there she was. She came down 40 from her original price in this market.
Right. Why? Something.
Nobody else offered, not one other offer.
Can I just ask you a question? I just got a text from somebody who had put in an offer on a condo. They were asking $369. She offered $360, and they said no, they wanted her to go up to at least $365. Now she just texted me and she said, I just saw it sold for $360, what she offered. How does that happen?
So at $365, maybe they made that offer, and maybe they had a home inspection and negotiated the price down.
It was a condo. I don't know.
You can negotiate the price down after the offer.
Yeah.
Not that you want to go in with that, but what if she went in there and she found out, they needed to The hot water heater was old and the furnace needs to be replaced and who knows what else, then maybe they said, we want $5,000 off because of blank. And they said, okay, fine. And that's how they sold it.
Okay, yeah, because she's asking me, she's like, how come they didn't take my offer and they sold it for that? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, tell her they probably had 365 and then negotiated afterwards. So tell your clients, I mean, for $5,000, is that gonna, are you gonna be sad? Now you're sad.
Right.
For $5,000, would you have liked that home at 2.5% interest?
Right.
$5,000 more? And maybe after the home inspection, they could have gone down. But
Right.
maybe it was maybe it was cash. Maybe it was really.
Well, that's what they offered. So she was just
They offered cash too?
Yeah.
No inspection or?
we didn't get that far because it wasn't accepted. So I don't.
You would have had inspection. You would
Yeah,
have
I
said,
think she was having an inspection.
maybe they didn't have an inspection and it was cash. You'll be able to see on the closing document whether it's cash or a conventional loan. So you
Okay.
can look that up. You can even call the agent and say, I just want to know, to tell my client, what was it that we could have done better if, it seems as if you sold it for the same price we offered. And if it's a great agent, she'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, they waived inspection, or they let the seller stay in there for an extra month
Mhm.
free of charge. I mean, sometimes those things happen.
I always like to tell the buyer that the offer, the idea is to get the offer accepted. So,
Mhm.
And then you have leverage because they can't back out once they say yes.
Yeah, you have more leverage than the seller.
Control. If you want to, I mean, you're in control in the sense if you want to move forward or not. So, even if you have some questions or reservations, if you like what you see, get the offer accepted. Obviously, it has to be reasonable.
And you have like a 10-day window, at least you take it off the market and you decide whether you want it. Otherwise, someone else takes it off the market and they kind of take a look at it and say, well, whether they want it or not, and you're out.
You don't even get the bat.
Right. Exactly. Jonah, it's so true. I mean, at the same time, we want to tell our, they have to be serious about it as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So I know we're not like doing scripts right here.
I know.
But I do feel like it is some strategies to use with your clients, with your buyers. So have you found anything for these people that are cash buyers, Teresa?
No. Now she's going, actually, this was for their daughter. They wanted their daughter to live there, but now they're having a change of heart. Now they're saying, maybe we'll just buy a little cottage for ourselves somewhere. So she sent me a couple this morning, but they're already gone.
Wow. Yeah, it's a tough market, but and what else are you guys doing for your buyers to go get them property? Besides when it already hits MLS, are you thinking out of the box? Are you talking to them about, other towns? Are you having the conversation about maybe revisiting a house that they looked at before but didn't want?
My buyer decided to walk. She's decided that she's going to stay put, go back to school. She thinks that if she makes more money, that she'll have a better opportunity to buy the house that she wants. Not necessarily true, but that's what she thinks. So she's on hold again for another year or so.
Lisa, is it smart to put it on my marketplace with Keller Williams, what buyers are looking for, to see if somebody.
Absolutely. Put it on South Shore Sneak Peek too.
I've never heard of that.
Facebook, there's South Shore Sneak Peek, and you can see properties that are on the market prior to them listing. A lot of agents will put their coming soon listings there. And if you say, I have a buyer looking blank, some other agent might be like, I have something coming on. So don't be afraid. And if it's that town, if you have like an everything Weymouth, you could try and put it there too.
Okay.
What is this about pocket listings? There was something I didn't read the whole article. I just saw the headline about pocket listings, and we're not supposed to do that, or we are.
Pocket listings are illegal, which means if you're a pocket listing, let's say you're supposed to, like when we sign all our paperwork, when we have a listing, we have to say to MLS, it's going to be on the market on blank. Now, if by chance somebody comes in ahead of time and sees it on South Shore Sneak Peek and you bring in a buyer and the agent, the seller decides to go with them, I mean, we have the coming soon and things like that. I don't think you can get in trouble, but you have to have that paperwork filled out that says that you have the listing and you're putting it on MLS, but it's a delayed listing. You know, that paperwork? Basically says you're gonna put it on
Oh,
afterwards.
I mean, if the, okay, so if the seller's not ready to go live.
Right, but you have this listing signed up, you really have to have the proper paperwork. If not, you can get flagged
Yeah, I think I did.
as it's like a listing. We've had some issues where the photographer left, a buyer came in, found out about it, and we put it together before it hit MLS. Then we tried to put it on MLS and go contingent right away.
No.
Wanted credit, right? I wanted credit. We did all the photographs and they said no, and they took our listing out because of that, because we didn't.
Oh,
We put, I don't know. So you can have some issues. So make sure your paperwork is proper.
right. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you couldn't just, a seller couldn't just say, I don't really want to put it on the market. Do you have any buyers? You can't do that.
You can, but then you can't put it on MLS and put contingent right away, I guess. There are certain rules, because if you did that, why would you put it on MLS? And then everybody else gets angry anyway. Like, what do you mean? I just saw it this morning and it was already contingent. Where was
I
it?
know that happened.
Then they start complaining about you and you're in trouble. So I know that today was not really a script practice. I don't know. Are you guys okay with that? Getting some strategies?
Yeah, I mean, this reminds me of when Steve has his Ask the Broker.
Oh,
This is a good thing. I mean, we need this information, and I mean, I like it when we have something like this too. I mean, I don't know if you and Rick can do like an Ask the, successful realtor.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
know.
Great. Or even once a month or something,
Yeah.
send the script practice, or whatever.
Around something that's important, like right now, buyers, right? I think it's important to figure out how do we get our buyers' offers accepted.
Right.
Stay in contact with the agent, call the agent, email the agent, send them a beautiful letter that says, puts it in really super good, price, terms, conditions of the offer, so that they can present that and easily read it to their client. Let's say they have 15 offers and they have to go through all that offer paperwork. That sucks, right? So, sorry.
No perspective at all. I never had that problem.
So if they have 15, if they look at the one that says, here's the price, this is the down payment, this is the purchase and sale money, this is when we want to close, and we give all of that on one piece of paper ahead of time, even if you create it like something like this as a cover letter, this could be easy to present, and they're going to say, I want to work with this agent, and that client's probably might possibly see what that looks like. It'll be much easier for them to understand. Little things sometimes will beat the other offers. Do you guys have Ignite?
Yes and no. No, mostly no. I gotta actually start to get on the phone and talk to people. So that's what I'm doing.
Yes, we all do. We all do. So remember, what was that sentence that I said to your expired listings, or anyone that you can follow up with? What was that sentence? What did I say?
Oh,
Have you changed your mind about putting your house on the market? Something like that.
Yes. Use that on anyone you're following up on. Okay. Anyone you had in your pipeline from last year that wanted to buy or sell. You could say that. Have you changed your mind about buying a new home? Have you changed your mind about listing your home? Kind of, ask. That's a great question to ask somebody who you haven't talked to in a long time. Hey, Happy New Year. It's me, Teresa, from Keller Williams. I was just wondering, and then ask them that question, whether it's a buy or sell, and see what they say. I bet it will spark a conversation. And don't worry if you haven't talked to them for a long time. They're always so happy to hear from you. I guarantee it. Okay. If they're not, they don't pick up their phone.
You can even say that to someone that you like, a lead gen, like somebody with an expired listing. Hi, this is John at Keller Williams. Did you decide you're not going to sell your home, or did you give up on? Can you do that? I mean, just go straight.
Absolutely. Did you give up on the thoughts of selling your home? Did you give up on the thoughts of purchasing a home this year? Whichever one.
Yes.
Kind of makes that, it's a takeaway right away and they feel a little offended, like, no, I still want to buy. That's great. I'm so glad I called you today. Right? And just stay in what they call like a good tone, stay in a really good tone, be really excited.
Okay. Be excited. Okay.
Be excited. And then go out and create some flyers and door knock some people. And, you know, it's cold, but with hats and gloves and walking, it's a great exercise. You get face to face, which I find is more powerful than the phone, less efficient, but more powerful. And I think you'll have some success there.
Use it in the farm, right? I'm trying to start a farm too.
Yeah, you just go down and blanket that farm with what just sold in the area. Hi, I'm Jeanette. I just want to let you know what's sold in our area, in our neighborhood. And you blanket that, or this is the average sale price. Would you like a free market analysis so you know how much your home is worth? Maybe you just need to take some equity to have on hand. That might be a reason to do a market analysis.
Right.
I went to BJ's the other day, the guy who's trying to reduce the electricity on, he's like trying to get you to change delivery people or whatever.
Yeah.
He's got a 3-family in Abington. I'm going to do a market analysis for him. It took me like a second. Then I saw a second person who's a recruit while I was walking. She's at another agency and I'm like, you still need to come to Keller Williams. Then the third person I saw was a client I met with and we were supposed to sell his house. And his daughter, we did sell her house and we're supposed to help her buy something. Well, I haven't talked to her. She bought something in Duxbury. They are going to move into that with her. So they didn't use us to purchase. She went somewhere else. We obviously dropped the ball on that or something happened. But this guy still wants to sell. So he's like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I saw you. And we still want to sell. So I mean, those are 3 touches just going to BJ's. My daughter was so angry. She was just going to leave me and take the car and leave. Because I hate going anywhere with you. But that was with 3 great touches after, and I spent $500 there. 3 great touches. An investment property possibly to sell, a recruit maybe. And this guy, I'm engaged with him again. I'm going to sell his house so he can move in with his daughter who didn't buy a house with us. I called her anyway. I said, hey, her name's Teresa. I said, Teresa, it's Lisa Axios. I saw your dad at BJ's today. And I just want to say congratulations on buying a house in Duxbury. I'm really happy for you. So we'll make sure we get their house sold pretty soon. So, you guys can all start moving in together. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. I mean, I lost out on something, but hey, she sold her house with us in Braintree. And, I'm not gonna be mad at her. It's my fault. I dropped the ball. Something happened.
Well, you couldn't be mad at her either way. I mean, people just do what they want to do, right? We can't control it, but we can influence them.
Exactly. So I lost my influence, but
You can be mad at them.
I know I can be mad and then get over it really quick because it brings you down. I was like, shh. I said to him, I go, oh, how did that happen? I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But she's kind of a lone bandit and she probably just went straight. She could have gone straight to an open house and said, yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
She had tons of money.
I got a text from one of those. That's why I'm like, you can be mad.
Yeah, she's putting $300,000 into the house now after she bought it. She's just got money,
Yeah.
So, at least I saw the guy that I'm going to totally stay on top of him and I'm going to sell his house and he'll move in with her. But at least if I didn't say, hi, Mr. Brennan, how you doing? If I just ignored him, walked by him, he didn't know who I was with the mask. I was looking at him like, oh, that's, and if you stay a secret agent, he's like, I'm so glad you just stopped me. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid.
You're smart.
People are everywhere. They're all looking for you guys.
Looking for us. Oh, well, we better get moving.
They need someone they can like and trust, and they're looking for you. So let's go get them, and let's again, I'm trying to get everybody to do a market analysis once a week for somebody, family member, friend.
Market analysis.
Do one
All right.
for someone. Just tell them you want to do it. You want to do it for them. Do they mind? You're going to send them an email, which is going to have a market analysis. If everyone could do that once a week, find someone, friend, family. I'm doing one for my son. I'm hopefully going to do one for that 3-family in Abington. I got to call him today. you know, I want to do them, get in the process of making those. You'll look at more inventory, you'll get more knowledge, you'll give somebody something that later they'll say, that was great, I actually want to sell now. I
Oh.
guarantee you will get business if you start doing that for a month. You
Well-
might, it might take you an hour, it might take you longer, it might take you 15 minutes, depends. It doesn't have to be long, but you want it branded to you. You know, make sure your name and information is on it, and you can email it to someone or drop it in a mailbox, whatever. Do it every week. That's what your profession is. You do that, you list property. And if you do that once a week, you'll feel so good about giving that to people because they're going to say, this was great information. I didn't know about this.
Right, okay, absolutely.
Be in action.
Couple.
Okay, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me I'm going to give you a week till next Monday. Every Monday, let's plug in and say how many market analysis we gave out for 7 days. We can give out one.
I have 2 accountability coaches now, you and
Good. One of those a week to somebody, I don't care who it is.
okay.
A friend, a family member. They don't have to be selling, just get used to doing one a week.
Can I do one for myself? Is that cheating?
It's cheating.
Okay. I know what the rules are.
The reason you're giving it to them is they're going to talk to a friend and say, oh, you know what, Jonette, she just did a market analysis. I can't believe my house is worth blank. And you can tell them, unless I get in there, and probably might not be
Right.
exact, but this is probably a good value range. So they're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about a friend. Everyone's going to be talking about the spring market, and they're going to say, Jonette did a CMA. Want me to ask her if she can do one for you? Yeah, I do. Okay, awesome. And I said to people yesterday, I took out a home equity line of credit because it was really low, a low rate, and paid off student debt.
What did you get for a rate? Just curious. Ours was 2.99. What was yours?
It's just an equity line. It was 3.9, but my student loans were like at 9%.
Oh, okay. So you made out, yeah.
So I didn't refinance. I just took that out. So I'm trying to pay that down quick. I'm hoping, like I can get rid of those in a couple of years, and then I have 4 more years. I have 1 more in college. So I'm paying UMass, Boston, Columbia University.
Oh my God.
Mass Maritime.
Oh my Lord.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. Oh,
Right. So some of them are done, and Mass General Hospital, which is $80,000 for 16 months.
is that a nurse?
That's
Nurse.
That's a great program.
She'll graduate in September. So they've all helped. They all have some parts of it. I've got some parts of some of them. Some of them are paid off, but I couldn't have done it if I didn't have this job.
Right.
When I was an esthetician, I couldn't have paid these bills. I couldn't have helped them as much as I could.
Before you became a realtor?
Huh?
You were an esthetician before you became a realtor?
I was, and I owned restaurants before that.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
So yeah, I had 3 restaurants, and then I was an esthetician, owned restaurants, esthetician again, and then real estate.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk, you and I.
So-
I love great, good-looking skin, don't we all?
Well, look at her. I mean, come on. She's a good model for it.
Oh, it was a blast. It was so fun. I loved it. And you know what? That I was divorced when I left the restaurant business, and I had a real tribe of people around me that really helped me get better and feel better about everything. And then I started real estate. I got licensed in 2013 and started full-time in 2015, August. So it's 5.5 years with Keller Williams now. So,
You've only been in the business 5.5 years?
yep.
Wow.
I'm surprised because you're such a pro.
Oh, goodness. Well, I feel like I love to learn. I mean, this morning I'm on the treadmill and I'm learning. Well, I don't know what it is. It's like almost a broken treadmill thing. And I'm listening either to mindset every morning, or today I was listening to stuff about the luxury division because I need to.
Oh, you want to think about doing that? Nice.
Well, I do that, and I am in the luxury division, but I'm going to help this office grow that division like crazy in the next year.
Oh,
Because they've made some changes. So that's one of my focuses of this year is I have like 5 people on the committee. So I'm hoping to grow and get everybody else on that can qualify into that luxury price, that luxury division, and increase our awareness of our brand to all the other agents and from other agencies. We have across the country, we are the #1 luxury brand.
Really?
Above Sotheby's, above Caldwell, but nobody knows that. So a lot of things changed in December, and I'm gonna help the region, at least around here, close, here and maybe Norwell, get that going. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's exciting. You give me something to look forward to.
So exciting because it used to be a membership. Now it's it was also earned plus membership. Now it's going to be more of an earned thing. And I don't know. So I need to get on that like everything else. Whoa. All right. But I need to go make some money so I can pay the goddamn student loans down.
Hear you.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, let's have an awesome day. I'll wait for that CMA. You can tell me who it was and who you sent it to and what the reaction was.
I think we should go one step further. I think we should just email them to you so you can critique them and send them back.
I don't want to do that. That's another job.
Time. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have an awesome day. You
You too.
got this. Everybody's looking for you. The buyers need you. Go out and get some exercise and send these out on a street they like.
All right. I really will. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Barry.